and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, and welcome to another day. So welcome to what is happening in the world of wrestling today. So this is the brand new series where I just talk about what's really trending in wrestling, the one thing that everyone's talking about on each specific day. So basically today, everyone's still talking about the whole Saudi Arabia situation. Still, like the show was last Thursday, and they had issues getting home, as we all know. We should know if we watched the previous Brandon Hodge videos. But I just want to say in the beginning of this is going to be the last video where I'm talking about the Saudi Arabia situation, because I just don't want to be on repeat where I keep talking about it and keep talking about it. But some new details came out. I just want to kind of discuss them with you guys. And it's still a lot of mystery surrounding the whole thing. Like, no one really knows what the hell is going on. It's a crazy situation. So here in the beginning, I guess I'll just do a little bit of a recap for you guys of what's going on. So WWE, they have this deal with Saudi Arabia. They have a 10-year deal where they're supposed to do a bunch of shows for them over the course of 10 years for a crap load of money, right? So basically this is, I don't want to say the wrong number, but I want to say it's like their fourth show for them, or fourth pay-per-view kind of thing for, I don't know, maybe it's more, maybe it's less. I'm somewhere in the ballpark, I think. So basically each show they're supposed to make like $60 million or something, but some news came out, some rumors came out that Saudi hasn't actually been paying them. Like, they've been coming up a few million short each time they pay them. So Saudi Arabia literally owes WWE a lot of freaking money. So that upsets Vince McMahon, of course. He didn't get the money during the show. So what he actually did during Crown Jewel this past time is he delayed them streaming it in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, it did get streamed, but it was delayed. It wasn't live like it was supposed to be. And apparently he did that on purpose because he didn't get the money from them, which I guess pissed off the Prince, because Vince was pissed off, then he pissed off the Prince, and then they were supposed to have a private meeting after Crown Jewel, and the Prince no-showed, which made Vince steaming mad. So Vince left the country, basically left all the wrestlers there, and then they were supposed to leave, I guess, Friday, and they couldn't leave. The news that came out is it was plane issues, but a lot of people are saying it wasn't plane issues, and it had to do with the Prince being very pissed off at the WWE. And there was rumors coming out, and I have a name for who is saying all of this. Obviously, I'm not saying these rumors. I'm just kind of reporting what people are talking about today, because that's what the series is. I'm not trying to. I'm not making up anything. I'm just reading, trying to tell you guys what other people are talking about today. So basically, the person who has been apparently leaking all this information, his name is Hugo. I'm not even going to try to say the last name. I apologize for the last name. I'm not very good with Spanish words, which is something I should probably work on. But basically, this guy Hugo, he is a announcer, commentator for AAA, this wrestling promotion in Mexico. So he used to be a wrestler himself, but basically he has supposedly some connection with a higher up in WWE where he's getting all this information, and it's all getting leaked to him, and he's leaking it to the internet, apparently. So basically what this Hugo guy has said is there wasn't mechanical issues with the plane like they were claiming. The actual problem was the Prince was so pissed off that he is not allowing the wrestlers to leave. So basically he pulls all the wrestlers off the plane with military guys, pulls them off, they're greeted by military police, and then they're shoved in the hotel, their hotel where they were staying, until the Prince can figure out what to do with them, basically. So that's the rumor. That's what this Hugo guy is saying. So there's been a lot of stuff that's came out. So here's some other stuff that's came out recently since the past few videos. If you want to get caught up with every single little detail, there's 2 more videos where I talk about the subject. But like I said, this will be the last one. So what has happened recently is all the wrestlers are home safely. So that's absolutely wonderful. They actually made it home. AJ Styles did an interview about this, actually. Well, I don't want to say interview. AJ Styles did a gaming live stream or something, and someone asked him about this, and he basically, here's what AJ said, okay? And before I get into what AJ said, I should say this. There was a rumor going around that WWE has issued some kind of cover-up for this, because apparently it's something they don't want getting out to the media. And they've issued a cover-up. They basically told wrestlers, post videos on social media saying it was just mechanical issues with the plane, it was nothing else, that's what we want you to do, and we'll pay you extra money for saying so. So it's a cover-up. And that's what a lot of people are saying. And something I want to point out, if there was nothing to cover up, if nothing happened other than a plane issue, why was the White House briefed on this, and why was it classified as an international emergency? That's what I want to know. So anyway, here's what AJ said. AJ said basically, the whole thing's been blown out of proportion by social media and all kinds of crap like that. It wasn't a bad situation like that. What happened? There was a mechanical issue with the plane, completely understandable, and we got on the next plane that they had or whatever. So that's basically what AJ said, just what the WWE rumor cover-up is. And I'm not saying AJ's lying or anything, that could be the case. Just if any of this is accurate, and if there was just a plane issue, I don't know why the White House is briefed on the situation. Like, that is messed up. A lot of people were pointing out when AJ told his little explanation of it, he's like, there's a lot of inconsistencies with what he said and like what was reported. Like, he said it was something to do with the pilots, and the original thing was said it was something to do with the fuel line, and he said it was having to do with like fueling up the plane and the pilots and flying or something. But there's a lot of like missing gaps here. Hopefully we'll figure out the whole story here soon, but all we know is AJ's cool about it. The other wrestlers, on the other hand, are freaking pissed off about it. They want to leave the company. They never want to go to Saudi Arabia again, and they just want the hell out of WWE. They don't want anything to do with the company anymore. And a lot of the wrestlers are upset that Vince left, kind of left them high and dry in Saudi Arabia. It's a big, huge mess. So there's a rumor like WWE's paying wrestlers to do cover-up videos, kind of talking about the situation and saying, it was nothing, it's just a plane issue. So I don't know. This is very juicy. I mean, I don't want to use the word conspiracy anywhere because apparently YouTube doesn't like that word anymore. But it's looking kind of like that, and that's crazy. And the next little bullet point on here we're going to talk about is Saudi Arabia apparently wants out of this deal they had with WWE, this 10-year deal they had, where they're coming up millions short. But apparently the reason they want out is because Vince cut the stream and it wasn't live and it was delayed when it aired in Saudi, and they're just... A lot of people are saying they're just kind of looking for an excuse to get out of the whole deal because they don't like the deal anymore, or they can afford the deal or something. Because I don't know why they're not paying up what they promised to pay. It's kind of weird. Something else here, another bullet point I have here for you guys. Sorry, this is kind of unorganized, but it's kind of my theme, right, guys? So, something else, the United States, I'm not sure what the proper term here is. United States, whoever's in charge of like the military kind of thing and saving people if they go to a country and get like kidnapped or something. The United States basically said that WWE, we have warned you not to go to Saudi Arabia. We have warned you numerous times not to go to Saudi Arabia. You went over this time, you got in a situation. Luckily, you got out of that fine. But if you go back over there and you get in another situation, you get in a worse situation than this, we are not going to guarantee that we're going to come help you. You could be screwed because we have told you not to go over there and you still do it. So we might not come over and save you if some bad situation comes up. Now here's something else that Hugo, the guy Hugo was telling you guys about that's leaking all this information said. He said that Saudi Arabia issued a kidnapping of WWE superstars while they're over there. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that, just like taking them off the plane, shoving them in their hotel rooms and not allowing them to leave until the prince knows what to do. I mean, it's not like a severe like kidnapping, like media, whatever, but still borderline, yeah. I can kind of see that, but it's just it's a crazy situation right now. Now all this stuff coming out, it could be. Here's what I think. Okay, so it could be just a plane issue. It could have been all this Jurassic stuff. I just have a feeling it's somewhere right down the middle. I have a feeling like, yeah, it may have been a little bit more than a plane issue, but the Prince may have been pissed off about the events and they're kind of doing their drama stuff and maybe affecting the superstars' travel a little bit. But I don't think it's something drastic where they're like kidnapping them and we need to call the White House and all this. I don't know. But I mean, it is a fact that the White House was briefed on this, so I don't know. So after all this drama has been released about the WWE, their stock has plummeted. So it was already going down before because the whole Saudi show, that just, you know, the stockholders aren't like Saudi. That's a bad business decision. We're not gonna deal with that. Here recently, the stock was at $100. Now, after all this drama in the Saudi show and this drama about returning and kind of stuff like that, the stock plummeted from $100 to $53. Yeah, that's almost like cut in half. Like, that's absolutely terrible. And that's about the worst situation you could get there. here's something else. Where Saudi isn't paying WWE like they should be, the wrestlers who are actually having to travel all the way to Saudi Arabia and doing these matches and stuff, they're not getting paid what they were promised to be getting paid for these matches. Vince is like decreasing their checks because there's not enough money to go around, which sucks. A lot of wrestlers are refusing to ever go back to Saudi Arabia again, and some of them are very excited for their like WWE contracts to end so they can actually leave the company. Here's a list of wrestlers who have already said they're not going back. There could be a few missing here, and I'm sure there's a lot more. This list will probably go like 10 times more once we find out everyone who's going to go to Saudi Arabia. Who knows? Like the whole roster might not want to go to Saudi anymore. We don't know, but it looks like this deal with Saudi and the shows in Saudi look to be like I don't think they're going to continue, at least not for the whole 10-year period. So the wrestlers who say they are not going back, these are top wrestlers. So we have Rey Mysterio, not going back. Braun Strowman, he's not going back. Carl Anderson, definitely not going back. Andrade, not going back. Kofi Kingston, not going back. And Roman Reigns has said he's not going back. So those are the lists so far. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more added to that list, but they have said they will never, ever go back to Saudi Arabia for a wrestling show or anything after this whole travel ordeal. So if it was just a plane delay, like that happens in the States all the time. If it was just a plane delay, why would all these wrestlers refuse to ever go there again? It's got to be something more than a plane delay, right, guys? But this is gonna be my final video on the subject. I might talk about it more in like the news episodes, but as for the what's happening today in the world of wrestling, I will not be talking about this anymore. So unless something like drastic and crazy comes out about it, but the way things are going, we're just kind of adding little facts or little rumors to it. I'm not gonna be making any more videos about it. I'll talk more about it in the news episodes if more of it comes out, but that is what everyone is talking about today in the world of wrestling, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give this video a like. Brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. That is absolutely free, and click the little belly thing to be notified when I have a new video coming out, so you know all the juicy news, and you get to see my vlogs, and you get to see prediction videos, reactions, all kinds of fun stuff to do here on the channel. If you want to help support this channel outside of YouTube, I have 2 ways you can do so. First off, I have a merchandise store with awesome Brandon Hodge t-shirts, stickers, all kinds of stuff there. The second way, if you guys are looking for a ticket for literally anything in the world, I have a coupon code for you guys for SeatGeek that can save you 20 bucks when you can use that 20 bucks, I don't know, to eat before the show, get your merchandise, do something fun with. 20 bucks can go a long way if you're smart about it. So to save that 20 bucks, you can just use my code. My code is just my last name. I'm Brandon Hodge, so the code is just Hodge. All that info is down below, guys. I'm sorry for all the promoting, just kind of keep the lights on here. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Tonight I will be doing a Raw reaction, so definitely don't miss that. I believe I'm going to be doing it in a live stream format, so come over, chat with me, do a little Q&A, send some super chats, whatever you guys want to do. Have a fun time with me tonight on the Raw reaction live stream, and then tomorrow there will be a full episode of WWE News, and if anything else comes out about the subject, I'll be talking about it tomorrow. But this video is getting long as hell. I appreciate you guys sitting through this long-ass video, but thanks for watching. I'm Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.